of these videos for a while. I've been shopping and I've gone through all of the foods in Tesco's this time to have a little look at some foods that can support you if you are trying to lower your cholesterol, manage your type 2 diabetes, or even lose weight. Okay, so let's start with some bread. Sourdough bread is really good. However, if you can't afford the price of sourdough bread at the moment, then the wholemeal bread is equally as good. As you can see from this, it's got ample amounts of protein, it's got low saturated fat, and it's only 75p for the whole loaf. So you can definitely put some eggs and avocado onto that with no problem. Next is dark green vegetables. So tender stem broccoli is a really good soluble fibre, and also some sweet potatoes. So these are really great. They've got fibre source on the skin and fibre and carbohydrates inside. Slow release vegetable that is really wholesome. You can add some cottage cheese to it, you can bake it, you can put it in the air fryer. They're really versatile and great for you. Parsnips also a really good root vegetable because again they've got lots of fibre. Even though they've got carbs, the fibre slows down the absorption of these sugars, as does carrots. Of course, carrots jam-packed with vitamins and minerals, especially those for your eyes. Then let's have a little look at the Brussels. I mean, Brussels sprouts are just to die for. You either love them or you don't like them, but they are mini gems of powerhouses of nutrients. Any of these dark green vegetables are a great source of insoluble and soluble fibre. So any of the root vegetables and green vegetables I've spoken to you about are a must when you are trying to control your cholesterol. Okay, jumping over to the avocado, a great source of plant healthy fats. Really nutritious, really satisfying, must for your breakfast. Okay, let's have a little look at your gut health. So this one is a kefir yogurt. So this is a probiotic. It's got commensal bacteria that's really helpful. You can go for any type, preferably the plainer, because you can always add your fruits in later and add that little bit of natural sugar. If we go to the fish aisle, mackerel and salmon are a really good choice for omega-3s and healthy fats that help raise your HDL. Okay, jumping over to the oats. So oats have a fibre source called beta-glucan, which basically works with your bile salts to help remove the cholesterol from your bowels. It's also a great source of fibre, and it keeps you full, especially if you add some Greek yogurt to add in that extra protein. This is a must for you. If you can't afford fresh fish, don't worry. As you can see, there are lots of different tinned varieties of mackerel, salmon, sardines, all really rich in those all-important healthy fats that are essential. Okay, let's have a little jump over to the beans and the plant proteins that are really good for you if you are watching your cholesterol. Protein is really filling, and it's also one of the building blocks for our body. If you look at the grains that I'm showing you there, they have lots of fibre in. These types of beans are packed with fibre, and they are really good as a way of keeping yourself full. If you look at the label here, you can see that there's lots of protein, lots of fibre, very little sugars. So this is a great source of nutrients for you if you are looking at watching your cholesterol, trying to avoid those hidden sugars. Beans and pulses and whole grains are a really good option. Okay, let's pop over to the frozen food area because this is really important. You can get really nutritious foods that are frozen. So here we have the fish selection. So there are some white fishes like bass and cod, but actually what you can look for in this area is the mackerel and the salmon. They're a lot cheaper if they're frozen. You can still get some really good ethically sourced wild salmon in there. You can just steam that, you can put it in the air fryer, and just avoid the fish that are hidden in batters. Okay, so let's have a look at the veg. So you can get frozen broccolis, you can get frozen beans, peas, carrots, sweet corn. All of the frozen vegetables are just as good as the fresh. And if you are busy working or you want to buy something that's a little bit cheaper, then frozen fruit and veg is the perfect option for you because you can just pull out what you need when you need it, and then you can just put in what you don't need. So go for the frozen vegetables, you can go for the medley mixes, or you can go for the darker green ones that we talked about earlier. And here's some fruit selection. So fruit's great. Maybe you're making your overnight oats. You can put some frozen fruit in whilst you're making your overnight oats in the fridge overnight. The flavours from that fruit will infuse into the overnight oats, and that'll be amazing. Hi, my name's Anita. Anita. I'm a second year postgrad in functional nutrition. I'm also an ex-cardiac ICU nurse. I'm 53, menopausal, and I'm sharing what I learned on my course with you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them as soon as I can.